Hey kids, Laura Dion-Jones here, commit to get fit, motivation maven, weight loss, lifestyle expert. I am absolutely an ice cream freak. And one of the things that can really derail my low carb dieting efforts is ice cream, besides ice cream and chocolate, ice cream specifically. So I am in awe of this woman named Melissa Clark. She writes a column for the New York Times called A Good Appetite. And this girl, Melissa, is the absolute gourmet goddess of the universe. I love her recipes, I love her technique and her style. So I bought an ice cream maker and I'm thinking about making a low carb recipe for the best ice cream. This is the only ice cream recipe you will ever need, according to Melissa and the New York Times. And it is absolutely excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her recipe and modify it. Instead of using a cup of whole milk and 2 cups of heavy cream, I'm going to use 3 cups of half and half. I don't think we can make really good ice cream that would satisfy my ice cream cravings with skim milk. Then in place of 2/3 of a cup of sugar, I'm going to use Truvia because it is an excellent 0 carb sweetener. It doesn't have any of the chemicals that a lot of the other no carb sweeteners have. This is stevia, is made from a tree. And then Melissa also calls for a pinch of salt, and we're going to use my favorite Himalayan pink salt. And then we are going to use 6 extra large grade A Eggland's Best egg yolks. So we're going to use 6 egg yolks from Eggland's Best. Melissa gives such a wonderful, detailed instructional video on how to do this because you're going to make a custard base for your ice cream. This is not your normal ice cream. It's absolutely outstanding. And the recipe for this is the master ice cream recipe. So you can find this. We're going to include Melissa's video. And what I'm changing is I'm making it no carb. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to separate the eggs, I hope, because I'm not a Martha Stewart type. So we're going to mix them up, kind of break them up. We're going to add the half and half to our pan. So then next, after we put the cream, milk, half and half, what have you, and the sugar, actually in place of real sugar we're using the Truvia because we're making this low carb. So we put that in, and then she says a pinch of salt. She calls for like 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and that's probably like that. So that's a pinch of salt. And again, I love, 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 love Himalayan pink salt. It's awesome, and I'm not a salt lover. Okay, now Melissa says that there are other recipes for ice cream out there that don't call for salt, but she does like to use salt because it really brings out the flavors. Heat until the sugar dissolves. We're going to take a little of this out, and the aim of this, as Melissa says, is to add a little of this cream and sugar and salt mixture into the egg yolks. So because we don't want to cook the egg yolks, we just want to warm up the egg yolks a little bit, because otherwise we're going to get scrambled eggs, and that's not what we want. Let me just test this one more time because I can't believe I made this custard. This is a first for me to make ice cream. This is a first for me to make custard like this on the stove. Melissa says to do that when it makes a track. It's ready. Cool. Strain this immediately. Ready? Here we go. Oh, there's some lumps. Good, we took it off just in time, I think. So let's have a little taste. Wow. And it should taste a little bit too sweet because it's hot, warm, in room temperature, but once it freezes, it's going to taste like heaven. So the next step is we let this cool because this is very hot, and then we're going to put it, I'm going to transfer it to a different bowl with a lid, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator. She said 4 hours to overnight. So I can't wait until tomorrow to finish the rest of it, put it in the ice cream churn, and stay tuned. We'll be back.